I ordered a Firefly off of the Amazon.com site in the United States. They wouldn't ship it to Canada, so I had a buddy take it shipping to his house, and he brought it over to me tonight. Let's see if she's intact, because this didn't come in a double box, as I've seen some unboxing videos from some other guys. Something's holding it. Oh, there's another tape. There seems to be another protective layer on the inside. Oh, my mistake. It is a box in a box. And, as you can already start to see, it's the red one. Cable and picks. The neck support was not in place. There was a small amount of damage to the external box, but it didn't look like it would have been enough to cause damage to the guitar itself. Hopefully. I'm feeling sharp fret ends. Not as bad as I felt on some necks so far. This thing is clingy. Out of the way. Okay. There are some scuffs in the finish. I will likely be able to put some polish and take those out. So, from the front perspective, it's not terrible, but not as high a quality that I expected from some of the unboxings I've seen on YouTube. The back is a bit dirty, but there's yeah, scrape here. actually a small gouge in the finish. A little bit of rubbing compound, I guess, will help some of that. There's some jagged little bits in there. You won't be able to see that on camera. You have to see it at the right angle with the light. Scarf joint in the neck. Neck profile feels good. The action at the moment is not really bad. You can see that in the light. It's quite low, but of course it's not up to tuning at the moment. You know, they don't talk about this, but it looks to me like there's a center block in there. I'll have to do a little bit more investigation, but there is a block in there. I'll look with my equipment later. So the rest of the neck, the frets are not too bad down there. A couple of sharp ones here, right around the 12th. And some up there that, oh yeah, that needs to be touched up. Yeah, I've had worse. The nut height needs to come down a little bit. So next step will be to get it on the bench. And see where it goes from there. The switch, I was expecting also a little bit better from the reviews I had heard. This is a very cheap switch. And it's got the small pots. It looks like the harness has been taped together with masking tape instead of cable ties. The angle on the tailstop is horrible. There is some rubbing compound left in the edges of the F-hole. So, out of the box, I was expecting a little bit better, I think, than what I found, especially with the, I can see the swirl marks from the buffing wheel uneven all over the front of this thing, and some scratch marks along from here all the way down here to the F-hole. Scratch marks. Basically it looks like a used guitar and not a brand new guitar. But like I say, for 140 bucks. But everybody was claiming how great it was for 140 bucks, and it was so great. The pickup covers already peeling off. Half peeled off. Yeah, okay. Next step is to do so a little bit more on the bench. It's got strings with color ball ends on it. That's usually the Dario. I don't think they mentioned whether they are or they're not. And that's how it's said, Dario, not Dario. Okay, so good for the first impression and the opening. There's a lot of compound on the fretboard as well, white compound on the edges, quite thick and sticky. Also disappointing from the exclaimed quality I've heard on websites. Oh, and I can see now in the light that the knobs also have bruises on them. They're quite bruised up and scratched, like somebody had walked on them. Okay. It was an experimental buy.